It's the time to get down.
Going for him. He says it's been 200 years and we have had nobody but politicians in the game. So if they haven't been able to do it, why not the alternative? And maybe I have to talk to them through music and some other forms. But yeah, he's not going to meet the criteria, Mario, of a politician. No, not right now.
Well, there's the question of the organizing skills. Now, you know what I'm saying? In other words, it takes a little bit of expertise to run these things. And so there's a legitimate question as to whether or not you can run it. Imagine if you're questioning how well he ran the band. No, you might be questioning. You might be his buddy say, "Man, I didn't like the way you ran the Fugees."
Right.
Yeah. So how you gonna go out and run this? So that's even if he's well intentioned, And I don't think anybody has questioned whether or not he loves Haiti. I don't think people have questioned that. I just think people question whether or not he'd be the best president.
And I agree. And the part I'm lending my support to Wyclef. I think he can play a role. Now, whether he becomes president is not for me to say, but I do think he can play a bigger role. Because right now, how far is Haiti away from the United States?
90 miles.
How far is it away, man?
If I'm not mistaken.
It's a little bit further, right?
I know
it's right off the coast of Florida.
Florida. It's right there.
I hated those geography questions, Vic.
Here he comes.
The whole idea is to learn to turn around back of them. Oh, I don't know what is it, Vic?
There you go.
I don't know how far it is, Vic. How far is it?
I ain't got no game. I'm serious. I got to get some game. That's game. I just got to talk some game.
No, because the part that I'm saying is that we actually go, and it's a reference to what I call the hemisphere.
Okay.
We go having a presence in another hemisphere as it relates to whether it's Afghan, Iraq, and other countries. So the part I'm saying is to have a country that is this torn up.
Right.
And having to rebound, and there's no association with any elevation of support beyond what we have to report on every day. So I'm not trying to knock.
That's what I'm saying. But I told you guys, part of the problem is no one's used to looking at this. Okay, I said if you put Haiti totally back to where it was before the earthquake, it was still a jacked up place.
Right. Yes. Yeah. No, that's real talk.
At its best.
Yes.
And it ain't on my list of vacation spots. I don't know about you guys.
But you know what, Mar?
I can't vacation around starving people.
But you know what? They
begging children. That blows my whole vibe. I'm just sitting there depressed. I got to go get a drink.
Hey, Mario. I'm going to say this.
I don't like
it takes
vacation like that.
It takes an event like this maybe sometimes to bring, even a worse scenario, maybe to rise up a movement. And I hate to say that, but, just think if this earthquake didn't happen. I'm not saying it should have. Please don't get it the wrong way. But Haiti will be continuing for another 100 years, the same pace, the same way. That's it. So maybe this is going to be a flashpoint. I hope, but I have a funny feeling I'm going where Mario's going. It probably is not going to.
And that's the part about the good news, bad news. The bad news.
Bill Clinton is over there. I mean, I'm not trying to knock Bill or nothing. Or even
he was. I think he's back now. He had a wedding. He had to get to that wedding. He had to get to the wedding.
Hold on. First of all,
Chelsea was getting married.
I do not appreciate you guys over there at PackStereo.tv fucking with me, Mario. Because
he had to get to the wedding.
Look, when I have a daughter and that needed to get, me and Hillary were smoking and drinking, and I went to Haiti and I did everything I could in my power. But I tell you what I did not do. I did not have sexual relations with no Haitians.
Did you share any cigars?
Yes, I did. But I
keep those.
I don't.
You can keep those.
I still don't appreciate it.
Well, you guys. We'll continue with the bad news. Okay, let's hit them in a row. Okay, Pakistan, who's had their share of problems, also has had issues with floods. Too, they've had terrible flooding, and people have been leaving, getting out of the way. And so I'll just show you a little piece of this piece. So we got to send prayers out to Pakistan, you guys, because here, what the common theme I'm bringing up is that we got to do more for the little man out there.
Well,
we got to do more for him.
What? How far is Pakistan?
Oh Lord, there you go.
How far is Pakistan?
I don't know, Vic. You tell.
Here you go, Vic. That's an interesting question, Vic.
I'm glad you.
Well, I'm glad you asked it, man.
I'm glad you proposed.
How far is Pakistan?
It's not, I'm sorry. We're supposed to stay serious.
Great question.
I apologize.
All right, here you guys.
On the move. Their belongings and livestock loaded on whatever transport was at hand. Others on foot, desperate to escape the rising waters. I'm in the southern Punjab district of Muzaffargarh.
Punjabi, you know, we love the Punjabi music too.
Issued an order for evacuation.
We got some buffering issues, but let's start. This is, again, a lot of these pieces we get are from Al Jazeera, the English, or from RT, Russian television, because they allow us.
Yeah.
They, you know, they don't try to. They're not playing hardball, blackmail, overreaching, threatening, and doing stuff to get people kicked off television, off the internet, like the regular major labels and internet providers here. So that's why we have to say thank you, Al Jazeera, for this piece.
Belongings and livestock loaded on whatever transport was at hand. Others on foot, desperate to escape the rising waters. I'm in the southern Punjab district of Muzaffargarh, where the authorities have issued an order for evacuation. It's a mass exodus. People moving with their livestock, with their bicycles, whatever they can find, they're taking out. In this mainly rural region, it is farmers who have suffered the most.
There is my home. My family was lucky to get out, but my home, my land, and everything in it has gone.
When the Indus River, Pakistan's longest, at more than 3,000 kilometers.
Wow, and then and they're being affected. You know, and I put another piece right here again to show you just a little bit more. Just like our folks, you know, facing these natural disasters, and these people have so little resources left to go to. You know.
No, I know, man. I know. Gotta let it buffer.
One young girl tries to get some respite from the punishing rains.
Just shows you that, and what makes it bad for them is with everything going as bad as it is, it's still more rain, and they're getting deep into monsoon
tries
season.
To get some respite from the punishing rains. Others simply try and provide the best for their families. This is Corona Camp in Pakistan's northwest. These people came here when the flood destroyed their homes.
We are facing a lot of problems. We lost everything. And it's cold here and raining. We are in serious trouble. The government should care for us in this hard time, and they should provide a safe place for us. They should give us rations. When the food comes from the government, it is not enough for the people, because there are a lot of victims.
That conditions here are tough is beyond doubt. Everything's being used. This little boy tries desperately to dry out a box of matches.
While it's buffering, let me tell you, this is enough of an issue that I found a segment that we're going to be covering later on. And it really had to do with a discussion that was raised by India, and I wanted to throw this out at the world listening out there. And is food a right? Is food a right?
I think
Okay, because these are questions being raised. And so I had this discussion previously. I raised it with Shirley Huzar of the Hip Hop Republican. People don't like to really deal with that because it's a little hurtful. I said, should we care for the people who cannot care for themselves? Is there a role in this world really for that kind of compassion? Or are you saying that it's worthless?
Yeah,
because
I agree.
That's the first, because once we have that discussion, we don't have to have a lot of other. What you tell me, if you really gonna say you don't give a damn and they can go on and die, well, then I can spend my time talking to some other folks.
Yeah,
I know where you coming from.
Pretty much.
So that's the question, because obviously not everybody feels that way. Take a look again. Now we got a little bit more of a buffer as what people are having to deal with in Pakistan during this rainy season.
Desperately to dry out a box.